It's unlikely that welfare and other problems of poverty will ever be solved until they are recognized as women's issues. More than 80% of the people on welfare are women and their dependent children, because women earn approximately half of what men do for the same work.
Every time I see that fight, it gives me goosebumps. For more than 6 decades, activist Gloria Steinem has been fighting for the rights of every woman, and now she's on a mission to inspire the next generation. Steinem, we're happy to say, is collaborating with Nobel Peace Prize laureate Leymah Gbowee, who helped end the civil war in Liberia, another badass in the building. Their new children's book is called, I love this title, Rise, Girl, Rise, Our Sister-Friend Journey Together for All. So the book describes their own lives as young activists and what happens when girls unite across the world. They can do big things. Scan the QR code on your screen to buy it right now. We're happy to say that Gloria Steinem and Leymah Gbowee join us right now in the studio. Welcome, 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 and congratulations. Gloria, what do you think when you look at that old video of you? Every time I see it, it gives me goosebumps. What do you think?
It feels like yesterday.
Does it?
Right.
It's so iconic, you with the aviator glasses. But I love the premise of the book because talk about young Gloria, she is who, and then you talk about young Leymah and how they came together. You started off, Gloria.
Yeah, it's so important for girls to know that we can be friends across continents, across religions, across cultures. And we are friends. We don't get to see each other enough.
Yeah.
But we are friends, so we hope that we can symbolize that for young girls.
But here's young Gloria. She's the daughter of an antiques dealer. She's going on a road trip. Here's young Leymah in war-torn Liberia. But you said she's a curious and determined girl. And the two of them come together to do what?
Well, this is Leymah prior to war, very ambitious, hoping to be a pediatrician, far from what I intended to be. But then after we've done all of the work during the war, I begin to feel like I'm exhausted.
Yeah.
Feminism is toxic.
Yeah.
I don't want to do this anymore. And then let me go to talk to Gloria.
And you actually do have a talk with her at the kitchen table.
At the kitchen table at her house.
What'd she say?
Easter Sunday, April 2009.
You remember?
I remember very well. We sit at this round table, just the two of us. And then as I explained all of my troubles, she said, who are your sisters? And then I named one person. She said, tell me about that person. And she said, that's not your sister. Who is your next sister? And I keep going and going and going. She said, the problem is you need a sister. Someone that you can go to without needing anything from anyone who is helping you financially is not your sister. Anyone who is in competition with you on the job is not your sister. You need someone. And then I was like, I'm exhausted. I just want to leave the women's movement.
Because it's toxic.
Yes, and she put her hands on my shoulder and said, don't leave. Wherever you go, you still find toxic people. We need you in the women's movement.
Wow.
I mean, afterwards, she gave me several articles to take back and read, but as I was walking home, just tears, because I was so grateful for the wise counsel and looking back at me still, and this is way before the Nobel Peace Prize, still in the movement. I'm grateful to Gloria for, last night I described her as the baobab tree. You know, that tree of wisdom that sits, and everyone needs to go and sit under that tree to learn. Yeah.
So, Gloria.
Wait. This is the tree. I'm just...
So one of the things that we showed that video, you said it feels like yesterday, you describing the inequality for women in this country. You first witnessed that inequality as a young child. We still live in a world in 2025 where there is inequality for genders, for women. You wrote that I soon came to you wrote that that when you were a child, that was the first time you witnessed it. In 2025, are we that far away from what you saw back in 1970?
And we're 2026.
I'm sorry, we're 2026.
I know, it's still, we're 2026.
Well, I think we are that far away, but if you look at the fact that we're one of the few democracies in the world that's never had a female chief of state, if you look at where women are in terms of corporate power or philanthropy power, you can see how far we have to go. And I think we will. I think we will. We will
do?
because
You think we will?
little girls are now watching this program.
Yep. Yep.
Saying they can't be serious. We are unlimited.
You do think it's possible to have a woman president in the United States of America?
Yes, I mean,
in our lifetime,
otherwise,
Gloria. In our
otherwise, we're only choosing from half the population, and not even half when you include racial discrimination and so on.
Leymah, you also speak on the importance of young boys understanding gender equality.
Yes.
And we know that book focuses on sisterhood, but what is your message to these young boys that are watching, paying attention, always looking at those that are leading the way like yourself to try to understand how they need to act and respond to things in the future?
Well, one of the things that I always say is that we're looking at the world with one eye cover if we're always looking to men. And you can't see the full picture with your one eye cover.
Right.
The second thing that I have to say to that is that boys are born on a stage that they have no choice. No one told them, prepared them. When you were born, they put you on a stage. You have to be masculine. You can't cry. Patriarchy is sucking them in. And what I have to say to boys is that break free. Be what you want to be. And I think over time, a lot of the messages that we've put out there as feminists for girls is catching on. You're seeing little girls saying, I want to be whatever I want to be.
Yeah.
But the world is still holding on to boys that if you put on a lipstick, you have a problem. If you dress this way, you have a problem. If you choose this, you have a problem. Homes are still saying to boys, you can't cry, be a man.
Right.
So I think it's time for boys to break free.
Yes.
Be who you want to be. Don't allow patriarchy to suck you in as it's, we've always said patriarchy is not good for women, but it's also not good for boys.
Yes.
Because I think it's exhausting for you and you to always pretend that you know it all.
Yes.
And it's one of the hopeful things, I think, is that there are more men raising children now.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
And
Yes.
who are very engaged
And that
and involved.
brings out
Yes.
all of the qualities that men have been taught to suppress.
Yeah.
We have one right here in Exhibit A, Vladimir Duthier.
I'm raising a little 3-year-old.
A little girl.
3-year-old.
Thank
My
you.
wife, with my wife, Marion, of
Yes,
course.
yes.
We gotta give out
Thank
shout
you,
out to
guys.
Mom.
Thank you. Leymah Gbowee and Gloria Steinem, we thank you so much. The name of the book again, Rise, Girl, Rise. It's on sale today. We made it very easy for you. Scan the QR code on the screen. You can buy it now. Inspire the young readers in your life.